Hey guys, so I know this isn't a home repair necessarily, but my wife seemed to run into an issue with a semi-expensive pair of sunglasses. You see, she likes to wear them on the top of her head to keep her hair from falling in her face. And the problem is that the plastic frame of the sunglasses have actually stretched out, and this is no fault of my wife's. Actually, this is an 18-month-old child who's grabbed her sunglasses and pulled the arms of the sunglasses apart. So she's essentially stretched the frame and the metal arms, the metal hinges in the plastic arms. So it now is loose when she sticks it on her head, and when she even just slightly bends over, it falls off. So they are expensive glasses, fairly expensive glasses. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to try to attempt to heat the plastic that bridges the nose, so that way we can reform the sunglasses so that way they fit a little tighter across her head. So let's get to it. Okay, guys, we're over here now. Here are the sunglasses I'm talking about. So if you try to stick them on the top of your head, you'll see that they fall down off of your head, and that's because the frame is stretched out. What we're going to try and do is we're going to try and protect the arm, the lens, and the eye frames, or the frame around the lens, and the other arm. And then what we're going to try and do is we're going to heat up using our heat gun, and we're going to try to heat this part up right here, and then we're going to slightly try to bend it inward so that way it's a little bit tighter, and that's the goal. Alright, so the paper towel is actually going to be used to insulate the arm and the frame around the lens. And obviously, if I apply an extremely hot heat gun to it, it's probably going to bust out in flames. So I'm going to try and protect that with the aluminum foil. Now, the aluminum foil is really good at conducting energy, but it's also good at releasing energy, which is why I'm using the paper towel to insulate it. So the aluminum foil is actually going to protect the paper towel, and the paper towel is actually going to protect the arm. That's the idea behind this project. If it fails, I'm still gonna post it because it'll still be funny. This is the first time I'm trying to do something like this, so wish us luck. Okay, just to give you guys a snapshot of what I've already done, I've wrapped the right lens in paper towel, and then I used some painter's tape to hold that in place. If you look closely enough, I've actually wrapped the painter's tape down towards the eye lens to try and keep the material away from the bridge of the nose. That's what I'm trying to heat up. I want to heat up the bridge of the nose so that way I can bend the lens, or bend that nose so that way it's a little bit tighter against the head. I'm going to do the opposite for this side of the lens now. Alright guys, so this is what I'm working with here. Alright, you see that I have the bridge exposed, the lens is covered up. Now, obviously, if I apply extreme heat to this in order to soften the plastic, it's probably more than likely that the painter's tape and the paper towels are going to bust out into flames. So what I'm going to try and do, and hopefully this will protect it, is use some aluminum foil. I'm going to wrap that up around the insulation, and then hopefully the only thing left exposed that is susceptible to the heat is the bridge, thereby bending it and allowing it to cool. And hopefully I do it evenly enough so that way it is tighter around my wife's head. So wish us luck. Okay guys, so I actually ran out of aluminum foil, but I tried to salvage a little bit of it from the other arm of the sunglasses. So this is what I'm working with right now. Alright, so this is what I'm working with. So the idea is to protect the entire pair of sunglasses with the exception of the bridge of the nose. I'm going to use a heat gun to superheat the plastic in between the lenses, which will hopefully allow me to bend the bridge of the nose slightly, but slightly enough so that way it is actually tighter. The arms are actually tighter on our head. That's the idea behind this. So I'm pretty nervous. The sunglasses aren't that expensive. In all honesty, in transparency, sorry, the sunglasses actually probably cost somewhere around $60. They are polarized lenses, and the frames are actually just plastic, so it's really not anything crazy. They're not any special brand or anything like that, but the lenses actually are pretty good, and my wife actually enjoys them. So, believe it or not, we picked them up from Walmart. So, if this is an epic blunder, I hope it's not. Knock on wood. If it's an epic blunder, we'll just go buy another set for $60. But if it isn't and it works, then you guys can use this video to help yourselves make sure that your sunglasses fit tight. We're going to put some gloves on, and then we're going to let it rip. So wish us luck. All right, guys, we got the gloves on. We're ready to go. Safety first. I'm not using a blow dryer. I'm using an actual heat gun. So this thing is going to get real hot real fast. So hopefully we can get this thing to mold where we want it to be. And we'll let it cool. And then we'll let the wife give it a try. So this is what we're working with. We got our heat gun plugged in. I have no idea how I'm going to do this one-handed, but we'll give it a shot. So I'm bending it a little bit. So we'll just hold on to that for a little bit. We'll see what happens. You can smell the heat working its way in there. Hopefully the aluminum foil is doing its job. Alright, so we'll get some heat there. We'll bend it in a little bit more. Okay, that's what we're doing here. I'm sorry about the camera angle here. I'm trying to do it one-handed. So we're gonna bend it in a little bit more, and then we're gonna give it some cold air. Okay, so I'm gonna put the camera down here now, and then we're gonna give it some cold air. Okay, guys, it looks like we didn't distort the glasses too much. They're pretty even here on the table, so it doesn't look like they're rocking. When you look at them, they look pretty even. So I tried them on. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give them to the wife, and we're going to let her try them on. See, they're kind of tight on my head, and they're tight on the top of my head. So we're going to let her give them a try, and we'll see what happens. All right, baby, I got them working for you, I think. Try them on.
Really?
Let me know what you think. Do they feel good? They don't fall down?
Oh my god.
Put them on your face. Make sure that they fit right. They're not distorted or anything. Or do they feel weird?
No.
Do they feel tight?
Yeah, this is perfect.
That worked out good?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Good job. All right, guys. So it looks like it was a success. I'm pretty lucky. I didn't use a jig or anything like that to try and make sure that I kept the symmetry. I just actually used my hand to bend the nose piece. I could feel with my hand how much pressure I was applying to either side of the nose piece, and I used my thumb in the center of it to make sure that I was applying equal pressure. I don't know if you could tell that from the video. In addition to that, I did 2 rounds of it, so I didn't go too much with the heat gun. If you go too much with the heat gun, there's a good chance that you're actually going to melt the plastic, and you may not have favorable results. So patience is a virtue here. You want to go a little bit slow, hit it with a little bit of heat, see if you got a little bit of pliability in it, and then try and let it cool as you're holding it. If it doesn't bounce back after you let it cool, you know you made some progress. Then you can hit it with a little bit more heat if it's still too loose. So, like I said, the name of the game is some patience. If you got to do it 2 or 3 times to bend the nose piece in place to get it to the fitness that you'd like, that's fine. You just got to take a little bit of time with it, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Like the video if it helped you out. Comment below and let me know what it is that you guys want to see in the future. Thanks so much for watching.